Unit 7, Section 4, we talked previously about the Gilded Age in the late 19th century and the fact that 90% of the nation's money was controlled by 3% of its population, and that workers in these factories making this money for these robber barons began to organize themselves into labor unions and begin to strike for better, higher wages and not being laid off. And an example of that was the Pullman strike. Well, who are these workers? Where are these workers coming from? Many workers in these urban areas were new immigrants, fresh off the boat, beginning after the Civil War. What was the immigration trend in the United States in our history? Well, the earliest immigrants to America from Europe were called the old immigrants. And the old immigrants are the immigrants that mostly came here from the British Isles and from Northern Europe, the Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland. These would be your Northern European countries and your Western European countries, and that would be more like Germany and France, would be your Western European countries. So the earliest immigrants to America before the Civil War came here from Northern and Western Europe. Now, beginning after the Civil War, you have a group coming into America that mostly comes here from Southern and Eastern Europe. Now we're talking about countries like Spain, Italy, actually, there you go, N for new, and then Greece, which is down here, and then your Eastern European countries, which would be like, the big one would be Russia, Poland, Hungary. I like to refer to them as your countries, your Slavic countries are going to be the ones that come here. So after the Civil War, most of the immigrants that came to the United States came here from Southern and Eastern Europe. Now, where did they enter the United States at? They entered the United States at an island in New York known as Ellis Island. They would come in by boat, they would offload like on a ferry, and then they would travel in and live short periods of time on this island while they processed in as immigrants to our country. Here are just a few pictures to show you what the inner workings of Ellis Island looked like. It was almost mass production of bringing immigrants into our country by the thousands. In fact, 11,747 immigrants could be processed each day at Ellis Island. And from the time of the beginning of the Civil War until 1920, 25 million immigrants arrived in the United States. And because of lack of funds and things like that, most of them stayed in and around New York City, which made New York City one of the largest cities in the world then, and definitely today, where about 16 million people live in New York City today. This concludes Unit 7, Section 4, Immigration.